Baati is the ultimate comfort food. The spicy dal, the crisp and soft baati, and the melted ghee. And they all come together like magic. And there are so many variations out there, and yet you are here to see mine. And I won't disappoint you, I promise. So let's begin.
Bowl, add in 150 grams of urad dal split and 30 grams of chana dal. Mix it and add water. And rub it with the hands. Wash and drain 2-3 times and keep aside. Now to a hot kadai, add in 2 to 3 teaspoons of oil, add in 1 teaspoon of cumin and half a teaspoon of hing. After that, add in 2 medium onions that have been finely chopped and cook the onions until nice and pink. Now add in 2 cloves and mix. Once the onions are pink, add in 3 green chilies and 15 grams of garlic that have been crushed in a pestle and mortar. Do not chop it. Crushing it releases the natural oils and flavors, thus giving it a more robust flavor. Mix and cook for a few more minutes. Now add in 2 large tomatoes that have been chopped thick. Mix it. Now cover and let cook for 2 minutes. Remove the lid. Add in half a teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon red chilli powder and 2 teaspoons of coriander powder. Now let the masalas cook for a few seconds. Finally, it's time to add in the washed dals. Add them and stir. Now add in around 300 to 400 ml of water, mix it well and let it come to a boil. Once it boils, cover and let cook for 40 minutes to an hour. If you have a pressure cooker, by all means use that. Do the entire process in the cooker. Once it boils, put the lid on and cook for 5 to 6 whistles. It's just that there are a lot of youngsters who live alone and do not have access to a pressure cooker. So this is for them. And also I like to keep a check on my food when it's cooking, which is not possible in a pressure cooker. So use a pressure cooker if you have, and your dal will be ready in about 20 minutes. Also, if you're cooking in a handi or a kadai, there are chances your dal might stick to the bottom. So keep stirring and add water as and when required. If you're too lazy to do that, use a pressure cooker. Or if you don't have one, buy one. They come pretty cheap nowadays. Meanwhile, let's move over to the baati dough. Full disclaimer, this is my aunt's recipe and it is the best. So thank you Maushi. In a bowl, add in 250 grams of whole wheat flour, 125 grams of fine semolina, 50 grams of Makki atta, and a tablespoon of coriander seeds that have been crushed in a pestle and mortar. Also add in half a teaspoon of ajwain. Rub it between your palms to release the aroma and add it to the flour mix. Now incorporate or mix everything together with the hands or a whisk. It's time to add a teaspoon of salt and a pinch or 2 of cooking soda. This makes it soft and fluffy. Mix it all well. Now add in about 50 to 60 grams of hot melted ghee carefully into the flour mix. This gives the baati a nice moist and a crumbly texture. It's hot, so don't put your hands in yet. Just mix it with a spoon for now. Now once it is safe to handle, after 3 to 4 minutes, put in your hands. Rub and mix all the flour and ghee. It should resemble wet sand texture, like on the beach. But not too wet, just moist enough to take the shape of your palms when you try to hold the flour tight in your hands. It won't fall off like dry sand, so don't worry. To the flour mix, add in about a tablespoon of curd. The curd reacts with the soda, thus giving a slight rise and a fluffy texture from inside. Now mix this and get some lukewarm water ready for the dough. Start adding about 250 to 300 ml of water little by little. You might need more or less, so add accordingly. The ultimate goal here is to make a dough which is not too hard nor too soft. It should be semi-soft, like not too loose but should be a little soft too. So knead it for at least 5 to 6 minutes until nice and smooth. Once done, cover and rest for 15 minutes as semolina takes some time to absorb the water. Meanwhile, let's check on our dal. I'm not using a cooker, so I will have to mash it manually. Not too much, just a little bit. Now add in salt to taste. Now add little and taste, and add more if required. It's very important to taste the food at every step. After that, add in a handful of finely chopped fresh coriander and mix well. And now my favorite part and the ingredient which is a part of the channel's name as well, ghee. Add in 2 tablespoons or as much as you want. Trust me, just pour in that ghee, you won't regret it, I promise. Now mix it well. Check the consistency. If you want it thinner, add in some more warm water and let it boil. But I personally like it a little thick, so this is perfect. The dal is now ready. You can have it right away or wait for the baatis to get ready. Let's move on to the baati now. The dough has rested for 20 minutes. You can see the dough is soft but firm and not loose. Exactly how it should be. That is why resting any dough is important. Now take a small portion of the dough and pull it inwards, getting a smooth round top. Now round it up in your palms. Flatten it just a little bit and make a small indent in the middle. It will help the baati cook more evenly. Similarly, make baatis of all the dough. The recipe will give you exactly 14 baatis, enough for depends on your appetite. I won't judge that, don't worry. Let's cook these beautiful dough balls now. Honestly, they look like chubby donuts without holes. Anyway, jokes apart, in a hot pan, add in about 200 ml of ghee and let heat. Now add in the baatis one by one carefully. Make sure the heat is medium to low or else your baatis will burn, and I definitely don't want that to happen. Cover it and let cook for 5 to 6 minutes on a low flame. Once done, remove the lid and turn all the baatis carefully. Use a longer spatula or a spoon. I'm using a butter knife because I couldn't find a longer spatula. Actually, I'm new to shooting videos, so it gets quite messy sometimes. Now remove all of them one by one. You can see the baatis are crisp from the outside, soft, fluffy, pillow-like and moist from the inside. That is perfect. And on top, it smells amazing. It's time to serve up this amazing meal. Just crush your baati. Mine were too hot, so I couldn't crush them properly, but it's fine. Pour some ghee over the crushed baati, add in the dal, and just start eating. The moist and crispy baati, the flavor of the ghee and amazing robust dal, it comes together like nothing else. Make some for yourself and enjoy.
And that is it, guys. This is not the most traditional way, but it is much easier and a little bit different than the regular version. Also, a huge thank you to all our subscribers. We have reached 300 subscribers in over a month. And frankly, this wouldn't have been possible without your love and support. So thank you so much. So I'll see you in the next one. And if you enjoyed watching this video, leave a like and do not forget to comment down what Indian dishes you would like to see in the future. And subscribe if you're new here. So thank you so much for watching. See you.